Maroons making wholesale substitutions a lot, giving the starters a little bit of rest on the timeouts, and then they're coming right back in. 5:54 to go here in the first half. Maroons on top 18-11. We've kind of got it going back and forth with not much scoring here in the second quarter.
There's Idle.
Idle's going to change that. Idle for three. It's 18-14. That is second three.
His second tray.
Tedford over at a wing. Tyson Snicker out front in the corner to Lowry. Maroons trying to get it inside, having a little problem with this matchup. 1-3-1 zone. Really can't decide what really to run right now as they're working the perimeter.
Second turnover. They get good ball pressure out of the zone.
Now they've matched up very well in the zone. A lot better than really on the man-to-man. Idle brings the ball up down the right wing. He's guarded by Tyson Snicker. Now he's picked up by Kent Tedford.
Maroons go back to the man. There's Idle.
Idle.
Except that left-handed shot. Got to get a hand in his face.
And after scoring 5 straight points here, Marshall back in at 18-16. Lowry going to try again for the side. Not there. Oh. Tell you what, Claypool just about tipped it back in as he was fighting for that rebound as Marshall throws it away on the side. Thompson couldn't hold on to it. Maroons, I think it's Maroon full timeout as with 4:28 to go here in the first half. Maroons on top 18-16.
Any big ones? The next time you need tires, go to Marathon Tire. They sell Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price. Marathon Tire Incorporated, 400 East Main in Robinson. You'll get the best deal on tires at Marathon Tire, your complete car care center.
Thanks to Cellular One for providing us with a free phone to coordinate the production of community events. We invite you to stop in at Cellular One at 102 East Main on the north side of the square next to Judy's Cafe. Check out the variety of phones available. They have several models and calling plans to choose from. That's Cellular One at their new location on the north side of the square in Robinson. Well, we haven't had time to breathe. I walked in here late, but really not a sloppy play game. I mean,
no.
Very few turnovers and not a lot of fouls for the first game of the season, Dwayne.
I think at this point, both coaches have to be pleased with the first game.
Both teams pretty mature, and a lot of juniors and seniors out there. Not much of erratic play. The Maroons have had a little trouble with the zone. It looks like Marshall switches out of the zone, comes out of the timeout in a man-to-man. Chris Brooks, as his shot's going to be blocked, and a foul's going to be called on number 50, I believe. Hitchmau.
His first. 4th team foul.
How'd the JV
15
team
foul.
turn out?
Good ball game. 48-46. Robinson.
Good. Chris Brooks to the line for 2. That's the 15th foul on Marshall. Chris will drain it. And he gets the second. Chris Brooks opens up the 20-16 lead for the Maroons. Seidel comes down against Snicker. Over to Hitchmau, who's out front. To Claypool. Claypool drives in there.
There's a charge.
I was going to say.
Whipke slipped in there and took it. Paid the price. That's the second foul on Tyler Claypool. 6th foul against Marshall.
Whipke just held his ground. He saw what was coming, and Claypool tried to get it in the basket and couldn't get it there and was called for the charge. It's a 16 foul. Lowry quickly over to Whipke, and he's going to be fouled by Claypool. Quickly picks up 2 fouls here, and that's his third.
That's his third, that's right. And the 17th foul, we're a bonus situation now.
The Silk and Satin Bridal Shop is ready to serve you 10 to 5 during the week and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. After-hour appointments are available. That's the Silk and Satin Bridal Shop, now located on the west side of the square in Robinson.
Well, the Maroons without a field goal so far in the second quarter. 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Kind of a 4-minute drought.
Maroons show that full court press as Rensselaer comes down quickly against Brooks. Rensselaer drives in there, puts it up for 2.
Another lefty.
Kent Rensselaer, I think that caught him off guard because I think they were overplaying to the right hand there. Maroons still working the perimeter. It's almost a triangle in 2.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna say, it looks like one.
And they change it on the fly.
Whipkey on. Oh.
Yeah.
Maroons turn it over now as Whipkey tried to throw out front to Schnickner and just got it a little bit too high as Tedford and Lackemeyer come in there for the Maroons.
Well, if Lackemeyer has improved as much in basketball this year as he did in football during the season, he's going to give him some big minutes with a big body.
Thompson on the drive, and they're going to call it traveling. Good defense there by Kent Tedford. And we got a timeout by Marshall. It's a 30-second. See what your friends and neighbors are doing in America's energy company. Fancy Moore is your guide around the world of Marathon Ashland Petroleum. Watch Atlas Video Magazine right after the broadcast of this game, so stay tuned to this channel. Mediacom Channel 12. Allowing us the privilege of broadcasting a lot of the Maroon High School games during
and
the
others.
year. And Palestine and Hudsonville and LTC
right.
and Oblong. Any others?
No local ones.
That's all.
I think we used them all there, didn't we?
No substitution on 20-second timeouts.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Travis Linder tried to sneak in there, and Eagle Eye over there, Wagner caught him and said, "You got to go sit back down till the next dead ball." Tedford looks underneath to jump.
Nice feed.
As the brothers work, Lackemeyer on a nice rebound, but scrambles down in there and turns it over as the Maroons still on top 20-18 in this low-scoring second quarter. 2:40 left to go in the half. Linder bringing up the ball now for the Marshall Lions as he works it out front, looking out underneath, down to Riley. Riley over to Thompson. Back to Linder. Marshall showing a lot of good movement. Thompson comes up and fires in two over Tyson Schnickner from about 8 feet, 10 feet out, and it's all
They have tied this ball game up. Nice feed.
Nice job there as Nick Brooks found Brad Lackemeyer on a nice bounce pass underneath the basket, and he puts it in for two and will go to the line for that three-point play.
And the foul called on Rensselaer, his first, 8th team foul. That was the first field goal by the Maroons. Took them 6 minutes.
And that's the reason Marshall's back
right.
in it. The Maroons really struggled against that zone defense, and they really haven't been able to dig themselves out of that right now.
Kellen Hill's in for Hitchmau for Marshall.
Lackemeyer comes up short. Marshall picks up the rebound. Quickly, Thompson down for Marshall. He brings it over to Hetzler in the corner to Linder. Mitchell from out on 3 comes up, misses it. Number 43, that's Hills.
That was a nice job.
In between 2 Maroons, picks up the rebound and puts it back in, and we're all tied again at 22. Lowry to Brooks.
There's the zone again, Tony.
I was going to say, I watched that play as he pulled him down.
32.
Rinsler pulled Nick Brooks down. Jim didn't have his whistle in. He had to wait until he got his whistle in, then he blew it. So. Nick Brooks. Actually, he's being critiqued by Principal Troy Hickey, who Jim and Troy work a lot of games together, especially girls.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do. When Troy was the principal over at Newton High School and lived over at Newton. I don't know how many games Troy will get to do this year. Jim does a lot of college games also, junior college.
Maroons in his own. 2-3. Nice job,
underneath
Lowry.
by Lowry. Is Lowry deflected it, or Whipke snicked her down quickly? Makes a move, whips it over to Lowry, who comes up short. He's had the looks, he just hasn't been able to get it in the hole. Edel on top against Whipke this time. Whipke pushes it down inside to Hills, and Maroons almost steal it away. Out front, Thompson, not there. Lackemeyer.
Who got the foul? Hills got the foul?
43, yeah. Hills.
That's his first. 10th team foul. We're shooting 2. No, we're shooting 2.
Yep. Be sure to seek Kemper CPA Group for your year-round tax planning strategies so that you're covered for all the new tax law changes. Good luck, Maroons, from Kemper CPA Group in Robinson. See Kemper CPA Group for all your tax preparation. Lackemeyer misses the first one. 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Maroons on top by 2. Lackemeyer puts it in. 25-22 as Marshall brings the ball up. Edel.
Maroons back to the man.
Down in the corner. As I bend around you. Out to Linder. Over to Thompson. Thompson drives the baseline, puts it up, can't go. Whipke has the rebounds, almost poked away, and Schnicker picks it up. Maroons look for probably the last shot here with 24, 20, 18, 17 seconds left to go.
Marshall staying in the zone. Wonder if they'll come out.
They're about there. Maroons pretty far out. Brooks is going to take a 3, not there. And Marshall's going to get a shot at the hoop, and it's going to come up short. And Dwayne at half. It's 25-22 Maroons. Tell you what, why don't we go ahead and take a quick break. Dwayne will do the book, and then we'll come back, finish the spots, and Dwayne will do it. Stay tuned and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back 25-22 as both teams start to come out. Dwayne?
Crawford Memorial Foundation invites children to come visit Santa Claus in the Crawford Memorial Hospital VC Van Tassel rooms on Saturday, December 1st from 12:30 to 2:30. Crawford Memorial Foundation will take pictures for $6 a sheet, and there are 4 different colored photo sheet selections to choose from. Payment is due at the time the picture is taken, and the photographs will be ready to be picked up at the East Lobby front desk of Crawford Memorial Hospital and Health Services on Friday, December 7th after 3 p.m. For more information, please call the Crawford Memorial Foundation at 546-2670. Crawford Memorial Foundation, a strong foundation, ensures a healthy tomorrow.
Weber Insurance and Realty offers complete life insurance through Cincinnati Life to cover all of your personal and business needs. When it comes to business insurance, Weber Insurance can provide you with coverage to buy and sell agreements. Keyman Insurance to provide continuity of business and much more. Let Weber Insurance put your mind at ease with complete coverage through Cincinnati Life Insurance. See Weber Insurance and Realty on the east side of the square in Robinson.
Got a close ball game, 25-22, as Tony said, scoring by quarters. Robinson was up 16-9 at the end of the first quarter, but Marshall outscored them 13-9 in the second quarter to pull within 3. For Marshall, their leading scorer, Brett Idle, with 10 points, 2 points for Lucas Thompson, 2 points for Kent Rensselaer, Matt Dolphin, and Lowell Beaven, 4 points for Tyler Claypool. 2 3-point baskets, both of those by Idle, 2 for 2 from the line. Committed 10 fouls, 3 on Claypool, 2 each on Dolphin and Rensselaer, and 1 each on Thompson, Hills, and Hitchmow. For Robinson, a total of 25 points. We have Tyson Schnichter with 4, 3 points from Brad Lackemeyer. Chris Brooks, the leading scorer, with 12 points, 6 points for Nick Brooks. 2 3-point baskets, both of those by Chris Brooks, and 7 for 10 from the free throw line. So there's a difference in the game at the line. Robinson could only master one field goal in the second quarter, and that came at the 2-minute mark, but went 7 for 10 at the free throw line. I'm counting and talking. I can't do both. So it's 25-22. I have rebounds. Robinson on top, 13-9. Turnovers, 4 apiece.
Like we said, it's a close ball game. Both teams look very smooth and very mid-season form. Very few turnovers, very few, Marshall got a few fouls there, but, they're not dumb fouls is what I would say. And both teams are ready to play.
Well, it's kind of unusual sometimes when the basketball coach is able to come into the basketball season opening with everybody healthy without somebody nursing a football injury along the line, but that's happened. Hershey Chocolate Robinson, proud to be a part of Crawford County and pleased to support the students and community in their youth activities. That's Hershey Chocolate in Robinson.
First Robinson Savings Bank is proud to be your hometown bank, serving Crawford County for over 119 years. Deal with the people you know and trust. First Robinson Savings Bank is ready to take care of your financial needs. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, a real community bank.
And to view a complete listing of all Crawford County school sporting events, log on to CrawfordCountyClassifieds.com and click on the sports button. That's CrawfordCountyClassifieds.com.
As the Maroons come out, and it'll be the Marshall ball here to start off the second half.
Looks like the original starters for the Maroons.
Nice job by the high school Maroon band under the direction of Mr. Smith.
And it's the starters for Marshall.
Really, let's see, other than is it Claypool, everybody else has 2 or less fouls.
Right.
Right, Dwayne?
And the only person with 2 with the Maroons is Nick Brooks, and he got both of those early. And 1 on Whiskey and 1 on Holmes.
Settle in here. Idle out front with Brooks on him. Nick Brooks.
Long arms, and Nick Brooks out front. Forced the turnover.
Off the Dolphin, and the Maroons will get the ball. Comes in from Brooks, Chris, to Tyson Schnichter. Tyson bringing it down to Chris. Over to Tyson. Lowry. Trying to get it inside to Nick Brooks. Can't find the place right now.
Marshall opens with that zone.
Nick Brooks for 2.
Tried to coax a foul along with it, but didn't get the job.
About a 12, 14-footer. 27-22, 7:10 to go here in the third quarter. Idle out front against Schnichter, who both of those two have really matched up well tonight. Over to Dolphin. To Claypool. Nice.
Who got that tip?
Nice
Remember
tip.
Hitchmow?
Yeah, Hitchmow went up high. Quickly, the Maroons down. Lowry looking for an opening. Can't find it. Out to Schnichter. Tyson over to Lowry. In the corner to Whipke. Again, the Maroons on top there with Tyson. Schnichter on top. Looking down. Out to Brooks. Nick Brooks drives. Falls down. I guess he wasn't fall down. I think he must have been pushed down.
Hitchmow with a foul, his first team foul. I'm not sure both of those officials were going to make the same call there. So Wagner prevailed.
6:25 to go here in the third quarter. Maroons on top by 3. Into Nick Brooks, who goes high, comes up a little long. And Lucas Thompson, no, Idle comes out with the ball to Thompson real quick down under, and they're going to call travel. Nice defense there.
I don't think he traveled.
And let's see, I thought he traveled.
Well, as I said, both those officials were going to make the same call a while ago. We can't even agree.
And we both know we can't see, so. Schnicker over to Lowry. Back to Schnicker as they're working around the top. Trying to get it inside. They're trying to split that zone up. Tyson drives and puts it in. Nice shot by Tyson Schnicker. 29-24 here. 5:52 to go. Quickly, Marshall down. Underneath to...
Hitchmow on the turnaround. He got it.
Marshall didn't waste any time. Come down the sideline and went underneath the Hitchmows. Got down in a hurry. Beat the Maroons back. Schnicker trying to find an opening again over on the left wing. Over to Whipke. Whipke to Chris Brooks. Tyson splits it. Comes up. Another one. Tyson Schnicker down the lane inside the free throw line and puts it in. 31-26. Marshall out on top of the key. Claypool to Idle. Idle. Maroons in a man-to-man. Idle takes Chris Brooks. Comes up long and Lowry picks it up. Maroons quickly down the court. Brooks at the top of the key. Down to Nick Brooks.
Oh, blocked by Hitchmow, but I guess he got the arm along with it. It's going to be the third foul on Hitchmow.
That's 2 quicklys here in the third quarter.
Right.
And he'll go to the line for 2. We'd like to remind you that Rural King Supply is your winter weather headquarters for Carhartt insulated outerwear, Polar King by Key, a large selection of camouflage clothes, plus Northern Boots by Service, and lacrosse insulated boots. That's at Rural King Supply on Route 33 east of Robinson. As this second free throw comes up, Maroons making some changes. Lackameyer and Tedford in for the Maroons. Union Planters Bank in Robinson offers complete banking services and proud to back the Maroons in tonight's game. Good luck, Maroons, from Union Planters Bank in Robinson, member FDIC. Was that a takedown?
And I was looking at something else, huh?
He was trying to draw a foul, and Lackameyer just kind of leveled him and said, get out of my way. Claypool can play in there. He comes up for a 3. In and out. And Maroons will get the ball as Dolphin and Lackameyer fought for it, and it went off Dolphin last. That's what was going. There's a little bit of Marshall coach was talking to the officials about that play we were observed there a while ago. Schnicker cuts it up. A little short. Maroons unable to come up with the rebound. Idle comes out quickly. Trying to force the issue.
Oh,
nice
quick
steal.
hands.
Nice steal by Chris Brooks. (33-26) with 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Maroons on top. Going a little bit tighter here in the second half, don't you think, Dwayne?
Kellen Hill got the foul that time. That's his second, I believe. Third team foul. We've got a timeout, Marshall.
And it's going to be a full.
Oh.
Did you know that when you buy a home computer system from Charlie Incorporated CI Systems, they deliver it and spend 2 hours with you, setting it up and giving you training for the use of your new computer equipment. Charlie Incorporated CI Systems offers 3-year all parts and labor warranty on their computers and monitors. For more information or an estimate on your new home computer system, stop by Charlie Incorporated CI Systems at 1214 North Allen Street or in Robinson, or give them a call at 618-546-5442. That's Charlie Incorporated, CI Systems.
Silk and Satin Bridal Shop is now at their new location at the west side of the square where the Vogue used to be. They're ready to serve you from 10 to 5 during the week and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. After-hours appointments are available. That's the Silk and Satin Bridal Shop in Robinson, now located on the west side of the square.
33-26 here with 3:44 to go. Maroons have pulled out a little bit on the strength. Tyson Snickers kind of split that zone up and got some pretty nice jump shots off, and that's what's kind of opened things up a little bit for the Maroons.
Marshall's only 2 baskets come from Hitchmau, and he's on the bench with foul trouble right now.
To Brooks on the out-of-bounds play.
Short.
Nick Brooks and Kurt Lowry have been the two that have really struggled from the field tonight. But that won't happen very often. They're both good shooters. Marshall again against the man-to-man defense by the Maroons. Out to Thompson, over to Idle. Idle looking underneath. They get it underneath to Hills. And it's going to be...
foul on Lackamar, I think. It is. First foul on Brad Lackamar. First Maroon foul of the second half.
And Hills will go to the line for 2. For quality tires at the right price, go to Marathon Tire. Marathon Tire has Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. See Marathon Tire Incorporated at 400 East Main in Robinson, where you'll get the best deal in tires. Marathon Tires, your complete car care center.
This Hills boy at the line is another escapee from Martinsville a year ago.
Okay. 33-27 here. Maroons on top. Hills looks for the second and rolls it around and in. 33-28. 3:13 to go in the third quarter as Marshall puts on a man-to-man press. Chris Brooks bringing up the ball for the Maroons. Chris splits it. Goes right down the middle. Down to Whipke. Puts it in.
Out the basket.
They'll open it up. Chris Brooks drove right down the middle. Whipke and dished off to Whipke for 2.
I was afraid Chris Brooks was going to draw the foul there.
Maroons, a little bit of pressure here on the man-to-man. They've been in that most of the evening. Thompson down low to Hills. Hills all tied up. Maroons really collapsed on Hill, and on the alternate possession will get the ball. Lowry, Snicker, and Chris Brooks were in there, weren't they, Dwayne?
Yeah. All 3 were covering it.
Snicker drives hard to the middle, goes right down the middle. Ooh, that was a late foul.
Oh, yes, it was.
That was a real late foul.
34, that's going to be the 4th foul on Tyler Claypool.
Nice move by Tyson. Tyson's really played aggressive out there at the top of the key. He's kind of tried to split the zone up and do some things and create, and he's done a good job. Good luck to the Robinson Maroons from Kemper CPA Group. See Kemper CPA Group for your year-round tax service, accounting, and auditing. It's Kemper CPA Group in Robinson. 2:24, Maroons on top by 8. 36-28. Tyson Snicker, the second of a 2-shot foul, puts it in.
Rensler back in for Claypool.
With Hitchmau out with foul trouble, the Maroons, you've seen the Maroons kind of split the middle and try to force the issue down low here in the third quarter. Rensler over to Dolphin. To Thompson. To Rensler. Who drives. Kind of came out of there to Hills. And Hills says, oh, I'll take it. And he puts it in, 37-30.
Hills is giving him a good time off the bench.
Snicker again. Nice shot by Tyson, just couldn't get it to go. That shot's been there here in the third quarter. The Maroons have let him drive the middle, and he needs to keep taking it. Ball gets away from nice play there by Rensler as he hustled off to get it as it slipped off his hands. Thompson over to Dolphin to Idle. Marshall slowing it down here, fires inside to Hills. And the Maroons come up with it. Tyson Schnicker, number 30, the playmaker for the Maroons, fires it in the corner to Whipke. Nice screen there by Brooks to Lowry. Lowry drives the baseline, puts it up, and rolls it off.
Got his own rebound.
Rebound, throws it up there and puts it in. Kurt Lowry for 2. As we're inside a minute and 30, there's 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, as it's kind of really went by in a hurry. There hasn't been much stoppage in play. Marshall down by 9. Maroons putting on a good show on the defensive end, only allowing Marshall 30 points so far here in almost 3 quarters of play. Out front is Thompson, rims it, gets a rebound by Rensler. He
got his own rebound.
They're going to call a foul on Tyson Schnicker. Rensler shot it over the top and then ran around. Almost got it out of midair.
You can't get your own pass, can you?
No, but it was pretty close. And he's going to be fouled by Tyson with just 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
First foul on Schnicker.
Lackemeyer and J.B. Holmes in for the Maroons. Maroons had that pretty well defense, and it just kind of broke loose, and then they broke underneath the basket.
Holmes with the foul, his second, third team foul.
JB. 8 seconds now as the Maroons try to.
And a Marshall timeout.
As they struggle to. Is it going to be a full?
Yes, it is.
It is a full. You'll be prepared for fall cleanup with Echo string trimmers and leaf blowers and steel chainsaws and string trimmers from Rural King Supply. See Rural King Supply for all your fall cleanup needs on Route 33 east of Robinson.
See what your friends and neighbors are doing in America's newest energy company. Watch Atlas Video Magazine about the world of Marathon Ashland Petroleum. We'll be seen right after the broadcast of this game, so stay tuned to this channel. And First Robinson Savings Bank is proud to be your hometown bank, serving Crawford County for over 119 years. Deal with the people you know and trust. First Robinson Savings Bank, ready to take care of all your financial needs. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, a real community bank.
Rensler will inbound it for the Lions. 8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Maroons on top by 9, 39-30. Look underneath. Come back out top to Thompson. Thompson.
Got it
nice
off.
Shot. Thompson with a nice one.
I think just 2.
Chris Brooks, a long one. Comes up a little bit short, and that was a 2. And it's 39-32 here at the end of the third quarter. The Maroons on top. Dwayne, this has kind of developed into a low-scoring affair as both teams are playing really good defense. Marshall doing a lot of switching on their defense between man-to-man and zone. And the Maroons have basically stayed in that man-to-man the whole way. Thrown in a little bit of press here and there. But we're going to start here in the fourth quarter, 39-32, Maroons on top. If you're looking for prompt, friendly service for your computers or printers, call Charlie Incorporated CI Systems. Their professional service staff can help you find the problem and fix it without any hassle. Just call them at 546-5442 or stop in at 1214 North Allen Street in Robinson. Charlie Incorporated, servicing all your computer needs and all your computer brands. Give them a call again. It's 546-5442. That's Charlie Incorporated CI Systems in Robinson. 8 minutes to go.
Well, it's a low-scoring game, but the Maroons got 3 players in double figures, so they spread it around well.
Lowry, Schnicker, Brooks, and Lackemeyer for the Maroons.
Thompson idle.
Except for Hills, it's the starters for Marshall, I believe.
32's Rensler, isn't it?
Yeah, Rensler's in there for Hitchmow, who's got 3 fouls on him, I believe. Yeah. We'll probably see him come off the bench here pretty soon.
And Claypool's on the bench, too.
Idle over to Thompson.
Short.
Comes up short on the 3. As we have a jump ball underneath the basket. Maroons will get it on the possession. They kind of mopped the floor up there a little bit. The sweat, 7:40 to go in the ball game. Maroons on top by 7. For the Maroons with that 7-point lead to be a little bit patient. Nick Brooks. Nick Brooks showing that quick first step and then that strong move to the hoop as he puts it up left-handed and scores for 2. 41-32 Maroons on top by 9. Nick Brooks again bats it away on the defensive end. Quickly, Lowry brings it up for the Maroons. Over to Chris Brooks. And he waits for Tyson Snicker to weave his way through and come back out front. Nice defensive play there by Kent Rensler. Rensler's kind of, I think him and Hills really look good off the bench. Don't have a lot of height, but they've got a lot of quickness and quick hands and their strong upper body.
Here comes Hitchmow and Claypool. So they have their starters back now for the final 7 minutes. Or at least that's the plan.
Nick Brooks on a nice fake, puts it up, rolls it off. Good move by Nick Brooks, just couldn't get the ball to fall. Idle out front, looking for Hitchmow. It'll be inside. Who's the foul going to be on? Is it going to be Lackameyer or Chris Brooks?
Chris Brooks, I think.
Matt Dolphin.
42.
That'll be the Maroons' 14th foul.
First foul on Chris Brooks. Lowry and Lackameyer out.
Coach Gillespie doing lots of experimenting, lots of substitutes.
Looking for combinations.
Are they going to call that tighter this year?
I don't know. That's about 3 tonight.
I was going to say. And they're right at the 3 foot. I mean, they're there, so.
Yeah. See, it's turnover for Marshall in the second half. I had Robinson for none.
Chris Brooks. He's going to stay out there and let him run the clock. Tedford.
When do they start counting, though?
Whipke goes to the hole. Nice left-handed, not there. Nice job by Kent Tedford. Yeah. I agree.
Nick Brooks got the rebound and went to the basket, and they set up and took the charge. That's the 3rd foul on Nick Brooks. 15th foul against Robinson.
That's a pretty good call there because the way he came charging in there. 5:49 to go here in the ball game. Maroons on top by 9, 41-32.
Coach Gillespie was lobbying for the next call. Jimmy Wagner as he went by.
Corey Riley over to Claypool.
Oh, long arm.
Tries to go over the top of Tyson Snicker. That's not going to happen very often. Tyson quickly. Tyson splits it, puts it out to Whipke on a nice drive, goes underneath.
Nick Brooks.
Can't buy a basket.
Dolphin with the rebound.
Maroons got good ball movement. Just haven't been really able to put it in the hole consistently tonight. Oh, nice move. Nice move by Claypool as Whipke went out to get him, and he waited till Whipke came right at him and then just ducked under and went to the hole. 41-34, 7 points, Maroon lead.
First Marshall basket of the 4th quarter, and it took 3 minutes.
4:50. Maroons just looking for a good shot.
Tedford out of the corner. Went after his own rebound and forced the jump ball with Hitchmile.
The possession, Marshall, as we're going to have a timeout on the court, Maroon timeout. See if we've got a full or a
full timeout.
Full timeout. For the best deal in tires, go to Marathon Tire for Bridgestone, Michelin, Falls, and Goodyear tires. Quality tires at the right price. And Marathon Tire Incorporated at 400 East Main in Robinson, your complete car care center.
I've been waiting for this one. It turned cold this morning, so we got winter weather headquarters for Rural King Supply.
Yeah. Northern
Carhartt insulated outerwear, Polar King by Key, a large selection of camouflage clothes, plus Northerner boots by Service and Lacrosse insulated boots. That's Rural King Supply on Route 33 east of Robinson.
I didn't think it was quite cold enough to wear my Carhartts this morning, but...
Stay tuned after this broadcast for Atlas Video Magazine. Atlas is brought to you by the people of Marathon Ice and Petroleum and the fine products they engineer. They invite you to visit their website at www.mapllc.com.
You get that right?
I think. Okay. We're not doing too bad.
No, we're doing in pretty good shape now. I was kind of worried there for a while. It's those ones that Ron was writing behind us and putting down here and making me do on the fly. So.
Well, at halftime he was out on the telephone calling more sponsors.
I thought that was him working the crowd. So, okay, Idle bringing the ball up here as Marshall's got it down to 7 with 4:15 to go in the ball game. Claypool to Idle. Idle looking underneath Tyson Snicker. Tried to go over the top of him again. Those arms just reached up there and said, I'm taking this away from you. Chris Brooks. Ooh, nice play. They had the right idea. Chris went up. Nobody, and brought in Whipke from the wing, but couldn't quite get it to him.
And the Dolphin got a hand on it. Snicker will inbound the ball underneath the overhang to Chris Brooks.
Threw it away. Brooks. Lowry trying to place him. Little Lucas Thompson as he kind of does a scoop. And the Maroons are going to call a timeout with 3:41 to go. Look for a 30-second timeout here by the Maroons. 41-36. It's going to be another full timeout for the Maroons. As Marshall here has gone on a 4 or 6 point run and 4 point run and cut it down to 5. Applied some defense. Maroons have really not had a rhythm here in the fourth quarter. I don't know if they scored.
They scored one. Nick Brooks got one basket.
And that's what the rhythm's not there in the offense. They're getting some good looks, but they just haven't been able to put the ball down.
Been a lot of up and down the floor, but not a lot of scoring in the fourth quarter. It was only 6 points total.
And I think the Maroons just turned it over for the first time here in the second half as they played very good fundamental basketball here and good defense. Both teams, it's a low-scoring affair, 41-36, as we hitch it up and ready to go here with 3:41 in this packed gymnasium at Robinson High School for the opening of the basketball season.
I think both teams have one timeout apiece in case that enters into it.
Lowry bringing up the ball. Look for a quick one to Brooks. Lowry
he pushed off, got away with it. He's counting. He's counting. You know, if they hadn't got the count, they were going to get the foul on Lackamar because he stepped out with a forearm to take it. Try to set a screen.
It's another 5-second count on the Maroons. That's 2 or 3, and I think Marshall's had 2 or 3. And Marshall got a chance to cut into that lead even further. 41-32. Oh, nice steal by Tyson Snicker. Goes all the way for 2. Tyson Snicker's defense is done. Tyson hurt his leg. He's got a cramp.
Lackamar with the rebound. Officials timeout. Tyson's up, but
I think he just got a cramp, I think.
He was holding his calf when he went down.
Leanne Price goes out there. They're going to just take him off to the side. Maroons will make a substitution here.
Looks like that calf muscle was
that's
pretty well knotted up.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks, and that's what it is, because he's off to the side. He's pushing hard against trying to get it to loosen up. As hot as it is in here, I can see where that could happen.
Ken Tedford checks in for him.
Nice defensive play. Nice pass down to Lowry. Lowry's going to the hole. Puts it, no! Tedford on the rebound. Maroons bring it back out. Broke the press, but couldn't put it away, but they'll bring it back out and work some time off the clock. Maroons on top by 7.
Marshall's got a couple of fouls to give.
Nick Brooks trying to create something to Lowry. Lowry, yeah. He put his shoulder into him. There was a lot of good acting. There wasn't much there, but that just happened.
Thompson took the charge. He got there a little late, I thought, but there was definitely contact, and Lowry did drop the shoulder.
Tyson Schnicker back in. He snuck all the way around the floor and came in for Tedford. 2:30 to go. Maroons on top by 7. Both teams turned the ball over here last couple of times. Out to Thompson.
He had happy feet, didn't he?
Yes. Chris Brooks on a big rebound. Chris Brooks can handle the ball, and he's got some speed. He's going to met some of those big men that we're going to go up against later in the season. Nick Brooks. .207 to go. Foul on number 33 for the Marshall Lions, Matt Dauphin. Just a good hard foul on the Lions' part. Everybody's pretty intense out there with 2:07 to go.
He better get used to that, because he's going to see a lot of them this year, I think.
Nick Brooks for 1.
That's how you make them regret it. You just stand up there and get your point plus.
Yeah.
Take what they give to you.
Misses the second one.
Claypool with a rebound. Idle bringing the buck.
Idle looking for that 3. Pops it out to Claypool. Claypool's going to take a long 3. Comes up with short. Chris Brooks with a lot of patience going to bring the ball up. Throws it to Tyson Schnicker. We're under 2 minutes. Maroons on top by 8. 44-36. Tyson Schnicker on a nice screen down the middle. What are they going to call?
A blocking foul on Dauphin. He's down again.
I think this one's higher. I think this is more up in the back, in the thumb.
He's still grabbing working his shin.
It's still a cramp. Leanne's trying to point his toes back and loosen it up. I thought it was higher this time. It was more in his thigh area, but
I thought he reached around once for the small of his back. Maybe that's just when he went down. But that and some of the outside shooting by Marshall is the first indication it's the first game of the season. Kind of like they haven't quite got their legs under them yet.
Kyle Hardiman's going to come in here to shoot the free throws. And they'll probably bring Tedford in there. .44-36 Maroons. 1:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. As Kyle Hardiman, as Tyson Schnicker having some problems with his calf muscles and some cramps, as Kyle can't put it in, and he'll go to the line for his second one. little confusion
I'm
down
not
there.
sure what that's all about.
I think they wondered why he was shooting, and then they realized that the foul was on Hardiman bounces it in. Now the Maroons will bring in Tedford on defense. Kyle Hardiman. 1 out of 2 from the line for Tyson Schnickler. Maroons open up a 9-point lead. All they need to do right now is play some good, tight defense.
They've scored enough. Just run the clock.
Take away those 3-pointers. And that's what Marshall's trying to do on a runner. Tedford on the rebound. Tedford's done a really good job. He's so strong, and he can get up in the air. He's done a good job on some rebounds. Foul on number 12 for Marshall. That's Lucas Thompson, as this will be the path to the free throw line. Maroons can hit the free throws down here at the stretch, can put this away for the first victory of the year as they get ready for the Capital Classic down at the Lawrenceville Bridgeport. Yes. Who was that on?
Tedford.
Okay, Tedford, and it'll be 1-1, which is not what you want to see. Put Marshall at the line here late in the ball game.
No time run off the clock there in that exchange. Marshall doesn't know who's supposed to shoot. Looks like it's going to be Thompson. His first trip to the line tonight.
1:18 to go here in the ball game. Thompson puts it in. 45-37 as Tyson tries again. I used to get those so bad. You know exactly what it is. At the wrong time.
You can't run away from them.
Oh,
they keep following you.
You can't drag your legs because they hurt so bad. Thompson for the second one. It's good. 45-38. 1:18. Maroons into Schnickler. Maroons get a break.
Yeah, they did.
Maroons tried to spread the floor. To say, if they don't call that, they're not going to call anything. As Thompson was riding Lowry all the way down the court. Maroons had a hard time getting the ball in. He'll go to the line for a 1-1. Kirk Lowry. Kirk's got, 2 points tonight?
Yeah.
It's going to come up short. Nice rebound by Nick Brooks, and he's going to be fouled by number 32. That's Kent Rinchler. Yes, he'll go to the line for a 1-1 as the Maroons haven't been able to put that 1-1 in there. I think Tyson needs just to set at this point because he's hurt. To view a complete listing of all Crawford County School sporting events, log on to CrawfordCountyClassified.com and click on the sports button. That's CrawfordCountyClassifieds.com. There we go. Nick Brooks buries it. 46-38, 1:07 to go in the ball game.
Maroons only 3 for 8 from the lines this quarter.
Trying to make it a 3-possession game, and he does. 47-38. Quickly, Idle comes down for the Lions. Shoots it over to Claypool. Long three by Thompson. He put that one up. 32, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rinchler on the rebound.
Surprised he didn't call the timeout after
Chris Brooks deep down to Kurt Lowry. To Brooks. To Lowry. To Nick Brooks, who goes to the hole and puts it in. Nick Brooks and the Maroons on that one's probably going to put it away, Dwayne. I think they're going to call it. Yeah, it was good. 49-40, 44 seconds to go. Nick Brooks at the line for 1. As the Maroons have done a good job down here in the last 2 minutes, have missed the 1-1, but they can work on that as they go through the season. This is kind of the hack and hammer time, the last 2 minutes, and go to the free throw line. But they've taken away that 3-point shot from Marshall. Done a real good job as Whipke picks off the pass. And with 30 seconds to go, the Maroons bring the ball up. Chris Brooks dribbling around all over the court. We'll just let him dribble. Nobody's going to take him, so he'll take it out there. Over to Lowry. Lowry in the corner, drives the baseline. Puts it up, and he's hammered by number 34, Tyler Claypool.
And that's going to be 5 on Claypool, and the 10th foul, so Lowry will shoot a pair. Claypool's going to take a seat with only 6 points.
As the Maroons are putting this away at the free throw line here late in the fourth quarter, 50-40, 16.2 seconds left to go as Kirk Lowry will go to the stripe for 2. First one good. This portion of the broadcast and Kurt Lowry's second free throw was brought to you by Hershey Chocolate and the Robinson plant, where they manufacture Heat, Milk Duds, Ciclet, Paydays, and Whopper candies. That's Hershey Chocolate in Robinson. We'll read that every time if they're going to hit it like that. 52-40, under 10 seconds to go. Long three by Lucas Thompson. As the Maroons get the ball in, and Chris Brooks is fouled by Matt Dolphin. Lucas Thompson shot one from the lower bleachers, and it's 52-43 with 5.9 seconds to go here in the ball game. As Chris goes to the line for the 2, the Maroons step back. And he puts it away. Chris Brooks. His second, it's good. 54-43 as Marshall brings it up. Idle's going to take a long three. Going to be short, and that's going to be the ball game as the Maroons start out the season with a victory over the Marshall Lions. 54-43 as Dwayne gets the book here. We'll read a few spots and go over some future broadcasts. That's the Silk and Satin Bridal Shop is ready to serve you from 10 to 5 during the week and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. After-hour appointments are available. That's the Silk and Satin Bridal Shop, now located on the west side of the square in Robinson. Are you tired of your slow phone modem internet connection? If you are, Charlie Incorporated CI Systems now offers fast wireless internet access for your home or business. Charlie Incorporated now provides affordable, high-speed, low-cost internet access for the local Robinson area. For more information, contact Charlie Incorporated CI Systems, located at 1214 North Allen Street in Robinson, or telephone them at 618-546-5442. Be sure to see Kemper CPA Group for your year-round tax planning strategies so that you are covered for all your new tax law changes. Good luck, Maroons, from Kemper CPA Group in Robinson. See Kemper CPA Group for all your tax preparation needs. I want to remind people to go down and see the Maroons this weekend at the Capital Classic in Lawrenceville and Bridgeport. A lot of different times and different games on Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. Also, the Maroons, Lady Maroons, will have their holiday tournament. It started last week, and they had 2 victories, and they'll play on Friday night late at about 8 o'clock. And then they have 2 games on Saturday, along with a lot of local teams, Lawrenceville, Red Hill, Mount Carmel, Edwards County, to name a few. And as they roll into their season, they're 4-0. First Robinson Savings Bank is proud to be your hometown bank, serving Crawford County for over 119 years. Deal with the people you know and trust. First Robinson Savings Bank is ready to take care of your financial needs. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender, a real community bank. And I hope this is right, Ron. Our next broadcast will be the Maroons against Paris or Palestine and Oblong at Palestine, correct? Okay, wanted to make sure. Maroons got some big games coming up here early in December against Mount Zion.
Right. On the road.
On the road again?
On the road again. I've got some totals here. Maroons on top, 54-43 for their first win of the year. The leading scores for Marshall.
You've not done this for a while, so you don't know what you're doing, right?
Lucas Thompson with 11 points, and Brett Idle with 10, so 21 points out of their guard spot. Rensselaer with 2 points. Dauphin with 2, 6 points for Claypool for fouling out. 2 points for Breven. Kellen Hills with 4 points for Justin Hitchmow. 6 for 6 from the line. Marshall coaching staff may be talking about this after the game. I wouldn't be surprised. 3 3-point baskets, 2 by Idle, 1 by Thompson. For the Maroons, the leading scorer, Nick Brooks, with 18 points. He was 10 for 11 in the line. Chris Brooks with 14. He was 4 for 4 in the line. 12 points for Tyson Schnitker. He was 2 for 2 in the line. And then you have Kirk Lyer with 4. He was 2 for 3 from the line. Jared Whipke with 2. 3 points for Brad Lackamore. He was 1 for 3. Kyle Hardiman with 1. He was 1 for 2. So, and then they were 20 for 27 from the line. So there's a difference of 21 free throws at the opportunities. But you have to make those opportunities.
No, this is our court.
Right. Well, that happens. That happens a lot of times when you go on the road.
Yeah, we pay the officials. We pay them a check. Okay.
Okay. Did we pay him before the game, or?
Now, granted, Wagner's overpaid, but we won't say anything else. But that's the difference in the ball game.
Right.
But
27 opportunities against 6 opportunities, but you go to the basket, you get the call.
And I was going to say the Maroons really forced the issue in the second half, and a lot of that, in the last 3 minutes, there's probably about 6 or 8 of those that were in the last 3 minutes that ran that total up there. But the Maroons, split up the defense and tried to drive the best, especially Tyson Sinkner in the third quarter, and did a great job.
Robinson with 11 fouls called against him, and Marshall with 22. So there's the difference in the trips to the line. Rebounding, I had Marshall with 18 and Robinson with 22. And turnovers, Marshall with 12 and Robinson with 7. So it's a pretty good ball game for the first game of the season.
Pretty well played by both teams.
And a win is a win.
And I think you're going to see both teams be very successful as they go through the season this year. Go ahead. I want to thank tonight's sponsors: Marathon National Petroleum, Crawford Memorial Hospital, Union Planters Bank in Robinson, Kemper CPA Group, Cellular One in Robinson, Marathon Tire, the Silk and Satin Bridal Shop, First Robinson Savings Bank, Rural King Supply, Hershey Chocolate in Robinson, Weber Insurance and Realty, CrawfordCountyClassified.com, Charlie Incorporated, and Worldwide Sound and Video Productions. And again, we want to thank Cellular One, providing the free phone to help us coordinate tonight's basketball game and all the productions that Worldwide does during the year, not only for the Unit 2, Unit 1, Unit 4, Unit 3, and a lot of other things. 4. Is your name Dwayne Shaw?
I am.
Is Jim Kincaid here?
Not tonight.
Haven't seen him. For Ron Wheeler, I'm Tony Schry. Everybody have a very nice Thanksgiving, and we'll see you later.
Powering the American highways. An American company serving America.
When America goes to work, we're there. When America goes to play, we're there. When America needs to move, it counts on us to get them through. An American company serving America. Marathon.
Hi, I'm DNC Moore. Welcome to Atlas, your guide around the world of America's energy company, Marathon Ashland Petroleum, or MAP. We've just completed our most successful 6 months in history. But the emphasis in the company is not on history, it's on future studies, like how to provide gasoline for more Americans when there are fewer refineries. U.S. Energy Secretary Spencer Abraham traveled to MAP's Garyville, Louisiana refinery for answers to that very question.
Welcome, Mr. Secretary of Energy. We're glad to have you at Garyville, Louisiana.
We're honored to have the Secretary of Energy select the Garyville refinery to visit as he promotes his policy throughout the United States.
Quite an opportunity for me today. Secretary of Energy of the United States of America is going to be here today.
More than 25 years old, Garyville is actually the newest refinery in the country. Safe, efficient, and innovative. We showed the Secretary the length and breadth of the refinery, including the state-of-the-art coker, capable when complete of producing enough fuel for 60,000 cars a day.
The people at Garyville Refinery was very excited to have the Secretary of Energy come down and visit our facility. It took a bunch of dedicated people to make this thing come together on such a short time notice. We had the carpenters working on the stage. We had the painters painting the posts and the buildings. We had the pine construction people leveling off the rocks, making sure the road was even. We had our electricians running for the audio and video. We had to have 6 different circuits for the audio and video people. We had the laborers helping us picking up trash and moving barrels, setting up tables and chairs. All these people came together in such a way, whenever we have an event like this at Garyville, they all seem to come together as a family and work together. And it wasn't like everybody was trying to push them to get it done. They just was all excited to be part of it. And looking back at it, I think we did a wonderful job, and I'm very proud of these guys.
President John Surma and Executive Vice President Dwayne Gilliam talked to the Secretary about important new transportation strategies, the Cardinal and Centennial pipelines that will bring fuel from where it's made to where it's needed. It's a message company executives have taken to Washington and to Wall Street.
The Cardinal and Centennial pipeline projects are outstanding projects, and they're going to be projects that should substantiate this company's competitive position, allowing returns to remain pretty strong longer term. One of the key bottlenecks in the North American market today is obviously Gulf Coast to the Midwest. The Midwest is short of refined products in a big way during the summer months. It's caused prices for gasoline and for diesel to be very high during the summer months. This should relieve the pressure, and it should relieve the pressure to the benefit of MAP's shareholders.
Well, I think Marathon's being a good corporate citizen, obviously, as well as taking actions that are wise investment strategies, because clearly we do have an increasing demand that needs to be addressed, not just for oil in the upstream sense, but also in the products that we need to be able to distribute throughout this country. I'm from the Midwest. Last summer we encountered a serious problem when a pipeline burst in Michigan. It backed up supplies substantially, caused prices to skyrocket well over $2 a gallon for gasoline. So anything that addresses some of the strained refinery or pipeline distribution problems in that region will, I think, be a very positive step.
Well, I think the challenges largely relate to the difficulty in building anything in this country. What we've seen in California in the last year is, I think, the tip of the iceberg in terms of push coming to shove between having environmental goals but balancing them off with economic growth. We can have a pristine country if we want zero GDP, if nothing happens.
What Marathon's, I think, trying to do here is what most of our companies across the country are trying to do, and that is to play their role. And their role is, whether it's as a supplier or their role as a developer or whatever the role might be. And obviously this is a company that has a lot of diverse activities. We hope that our energy plan will make it possible for American companies and American ingenuity and an American competitive marketplace to address some of these needs. And I think if Marathon is given a level playing field, a chance to be able to participate in that kind of market with regulatory certainty on the one hand and with a limited amount of impediments on the other, that it'll do a good job competing as it has for many years.
MAP has championed the proposition that development in sensitive areas like Hocking Hills, Ohio, must be done in concert with regulators, scientists, landowners, end-use customers, and other stakeholders.
People love their natural resources. All ages of people respect and love natural resources. We have some very unique ones in the state, both scenic and economic resources. Hocking Hills is one of the more sensitive areas. It's a beautiful site. People visit it freely, particularly from the Columbus area. And it's one that folks will watch to make sure it's preserved properly. I think what you've done is consider the importance of the scenic value, the importance of the wetlands, the importance of the endangered species, cultural and archaeological areas, and made an effort to either avoid those or to properly move through those areas without disturbing them and damaging them in the long run.
And nowhere was that more evident than in the open house the company sponsored for these very stakeholders along the right-of-way of the Canova, West Virginia to Columbus pipeline.
The Canova to Columbus pipeline project is a 146-mile, 14-inch diameter refined petroleum pipeline. The pipeline itself will link the terminal in Canova, West Virginia with a terminal network in Columbus, Ohio. The pipeline itself will have a capacity to deliver up to 80,000 barrels per day of refined petroleum such as gasoline, jet fuel, and diesel. The information that we'll be presenting tonight is going to be very widespread. It will be set up in a booth format. We'll cover items like public need or necessity for this pipeline. It will cover how we will intend to construct it, some of the environmental safeguards that we're putting in place to accomplish minimal impact, and last but certainly not least, it will cover pipeline safety. This pipeline is being constructed because Central Ohio is the fastest growing region in the state of Ohio and is one of the fastest in the entire Midwest. Unfortunately, petroleum pipeline infrastructure is constrained today and will only get worse as the need for petroleum in this region grows. This new pipeline will directly link the petroleum supply in Catlettsburg to the heart of this growing market.
There's a tremendous demand and a growth in demand for natural resources today. For energy resources especially, there is a greater demand, as we've learned in California and other places in the country. I think the pipeline from Canova to Columbus will help bring cheaper petroleum products to this area, which will help with economic development and jobs for everyone.
This kind of community outreach is part of the company's commitment to responsible care. In fact, MAP was a pioneer among oil industry companies in adopting a formal responsible care program covering community awareness and emergency response, pollution prevention, distribution and product stewardship, and of course, safety.
The public wants cleaner air, cleaner water, and cleaner soil, and so do we. The next big challenge for us is improving on what we've already built. And to us, responsible care will be the vehicle for the next step change. Certainly, the responsible care is a voluntary program in which high health and environmental standards are established, and the innovation of our employees are used to meet those standards. The standards are going to be stringent, the goals are high, but I believe that the talent and the innovation of our employees will not only allow us to succeed in meeting that, but also allow us the opportunity to be a leader.
As it turned out, responsible care played a role in the choice of Texas City Refinery as the recipient of Marathon Ashland's President's Cup Award.
On behalf of the Board of Directors and Managers of Marathon Ashland Petroleum, on behalf of the officers who are here today, on behalf of all 28,000 employees of Marathon Ashland Petroleum, it gives me exceedingly great pleasure to award you the first President's Health, Environmental, and Safety Award.
The Crystal Trophy acknowledges a health, environment, and safety program measurable in stats and attitude. Texas City employees asked that the $10,000 that went with the award be given to 2 local schools.
The President's Award, I believe, represents the company's commitment to strong safety and environmental performance and rewards those facilities that are following our philosophy and working hard to implement improved practices in both safety and environmental performance areas. It's important to our employees to know that the company as a whole sees that as a strategic issue, that we must meet the needs of the community around us, meet the needs of our own employees that we're protecting in the workplace. And I believe that the Texas City refinery employees understand that that is an important goal for the company as a whole and for this facility.
MAP employees gave a non-cash gift to youngsters in Hancock County, Ohio. They gave hundreds of hours of volunteer labor to construct a playground, complete with towers, slides, swings, ramps, and palisades. Wow.
The Fort Finley Playground was designed by the ideas and dreams of the Finley area community school children. We've asked our employees to come out and help support this project. Some of the areas in the company have brought their employees out as part of a teamwork building effort. Our employees are involved with this to show our support for the community, to show that we really want this community to grow and prosper, and we feel it starts with the children.
As we were finishing production on this atlas, word came that Gary Heminger would succeed John Surma as president of MAP. Surma will return to his home state of Pennsylvania and a position as chief financial officer of U.S. Steel, Marathon Oil's one-time parent company. Provided all formal hurdles are cleared as expected, Marathon Oil Company will be independent on January 1st. Heminger brings more than a quarter-century of experience to the position of CEO, experience here and abroad, as well as executive positions at Speedway Super America, Marathon Pipeline, and MAP's commercial development component. In fact, Heminger initiatives have shaped Marathon Ashland. He was instrumental in the acquisition of UDS Total Properties in Michigan, instrumental in shaping the Speedway Pilot joint venture, and in making plans for both Cardinal and Centennial Pipeline. We'll look at Gary's goals for the company next time on Atlas. We'll see you then.
Global resources, right to your tank. Marathon, powering the American highways.
When America goes to work, we're there. When America goes to play, we're there. When America needs to move, it counts on us to get them through. An American company serving America, Marathon.
Hi, I'm DNC Moore. Welcome to Atlas, your guide around the world of America's energy company, Marathon Ashland Petroleum, or MAP. We've just completed our most successful 6 months in history. But the emphasis in the company is not on history, It's on future studies, like how to provide gasoline for more Americans when there are fewer refineries. U.S. Energy Secretary Spencer Abraham traveled to MAP's Garyville, Louisiana refinery for answers to that very question.
Welcome, Mr. Secretary of Energy. We're glad to have you in Garyville, Louisiana.
We're honored to have the Secretary of Energy select the Garyville refinery to visit as he promotes his policy throughout the United States.
Quite an opportunity for me today. Secretary of Energy of the United States of America is going to be here today.
More than 25 years old, Garyville is actually the newest refinery in the country. Safe, efficient, and innovative. We showed the Secretary the length and breadth of the refinery, including the state-of-the-art coker, capable when complete of producing enough fuel for 60,000 cars a day.
The people at Garyville Refinery was very excited to have the Secretary of Energy come down and visit our facility. It took a bunch of dedicated people to make this thing come together on such a short time notice. We had the carpenters working on the stage. We had the painters painting the posts and the buildings. We had the pine construction people leveling off the rocks, making sure the road was even. We had our electricians running for the audio and video. We had to have 6 different circuits for the audio and video people. We had the laborers helping us picking up trash and moving barrels, setting up tables and chairs. All these people came together in such a way, whenever we have an event like this at Garyville, they all seem to come together as a family and work together. And it wasn't like everybody was trying to push them to get it done. They just was all excited to be part of it. And looking back at it, I think we did a wonderful job, and I'm very proud of these guys.
President John Surma and Executive Vice President Dwayne Gilliam talked to the Secretary about important new transportation strategies, the Cardinal and Centennial pipelines that will bring fuel from where it's made to where it's needed. It's a message company executives have taken to Washington and to Wall Street.
The Cardinal and Centennial pipeline projects are outstanding projects, and they're going to be projects that should substantiate this company's competitive position, allowing returns to remain pretty strong longer term. One of the chief bottlenecks, or the key bottlenecks in the North American market today is obviously Gulf Coast to the Midwest. The Midwest is short of refined products in a big way during the summer months. It's caused prices for gasoline and for diesel to be very high during the summer months. This should relieve the pressure, and it should relieve the pressure to the benefit of MAP's shareholders.
Well, I think Marathon's being a good corporate citizen, obviously, as well as taking actions that are wise investment strategies, because clearly we do have an increasing demand that needs to be addressed, not just for oil in the upstream sense, but also in the products that we need to be able to distribute throughout this country. I'm from the Midwest. Last summer we encountered a serious problem when a pipeline burst in Michigan. It backed up supplies substantially, caused prices to skyrocket well over $2 a gallon for gasoline. So anything that addresses some of the strained refinery or pipeline distribution problems in that region will, I think, be a very positive step.
Well, I think the challenges largely relate to the difficulty in building anything in this country. What we've seen in California in the last year is, I think, the tip of the iceberg in terms of push coming to shove between having environmental goals